Time for the 49ers Rush podcast.
A lot of new developments, and you teased the one I wanted to talk about most. And my O-line guy, talk us through what you thought was a huge development, and I agree with you big time.
Yeah, it's that Nick Zakelj is finally taking snaps, and it's funny because I'd said this coming out of the draft. I know you were along those lines as well after hearing the comments that came out from the front office, like, hey, Nick Zakelj can play center. Like, maybe they can marry him with Trey Lance moving forward as far as developing. And then we got to OTAs, and everyone hit me up like, hey, Nick Zakelj's not taking snaps. And then it was training camp, and Nick Zakelj wasn't taking snaps. And I said, maybe they just want him to develop at guard, get comfortable before they make that transition, because transitioning to guard is a little bit easier than transitioning to center. And now Nick Zakelj's taking snaps. Could it be that the injury to Daniel Brunskill opened that, up for him to do it? Yes, that probably did. But the good news is he's taking snaps. Maybe we'll get to see him in one of these 2 preseason games take a little bit of center snaps.
Now, and I'm curious your takes on this. I talked about this earlier on the show with Rohan. I had Rohan on this morning, or I was on with him. Never mind. Let me rephrase that. But I don't think that this is an immediate, week one anything. Right. I don't think he's in competition for starting snaps, probably in the first quarter of the season. This is a long-term development option, just in case there is another injury. And again, for those of you, I just got to ask, Rick, just asked me, are they going to bring in another center? No. They're unless there's a significant long-term injury, which Brunskills I do not think falls under that category. The guys in-house, the center, the backup center, the third string center, all in-house.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think this offensive line is pretty much put together. The guys that they have there are going to be the guys you're going to see throughout the season. I mean, if Mike McGlinchey knee is really bad and more than an irritation, it could get interesting because they could task Daniel Brunskill with being the starting right tackle. But I think Zakelj being able to work in at center is a long-term, possibility. Yes. But it also could free you up to have a reason to keep Zakelj on the roster. You could go ahead and move on from a Sutherland and move on from some of those other guys, and then know that you're developing Zakelj to eventually take over when he's able to be better than Brindle. Because right now, Brindle's playing decent, and I think that's all you could ask for right now from a journeyman center who's getting his first real reps as a starting center in the league.